Goal for the Stars, number 26, Vanessa Gonzalez. Number 2, Courtney Smalars. Number 4, Leah Tedness. Number 9, Laura Yonke. Number 10, Gina Mazzetti. Number 12, Sarah Snow. Number 14, Gabby Coseleon. Number 17, Natalie Mathis. Number 21, Samantha Lamus. Number 23, Kelly Petty. And number 24, Violetta Valencia. The Stars are coached by Ellen Braun. And now the starting lineup, Inferno. Starting at goalie, number 00, Samantha Robinson. Number 3, Nicelle Powell. Number 4, Haley Sirkitich. Number 5, Sarah Devich. Number 7, Brittany Carpenter. Number 8, Samantha Devich. Number 10, Gibbs. Number 12, Nava Manariarani. Number 17, Ashley Saget. Number 21, Caitlin Garlanati. And number 24, Megan McCarthy. The Inferno is coached by Brittany Nikolic. Now would you please rise, remove your hats, as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
From Alverno Field on the campus of Alverno College, it's time for Alverno Inferno Soccer. Good afternoon, everybody. Dan Pfeifer with you on the Alverno Sports Network today as we bring you Alverno Inferno Soccer. It's the Inferno coming in with a record of 8-8 on the season and 2-7 in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, taking on the Stars of Dominican University, who come into today 2-11-1 overall and 2-6-1 in conference play. An opportunity for the Alverno Inferno to move up a bit in the standings. Both of these teams will fail to qualify for the 2013 Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Soccer Championships. However, the Inferno would love to climb up those standings just a bit and would leapfrog Dominican today if they can capture a victory. Those 2 points would put the Inferno at 8 points for the season. Dominican right now at 7. Alverno comes into today's match with 6 points. Alverno shut out in all 8 of its losses this season, but 5 of its 8 wins are shutouts. Of course, on Sunday last week, it was the Alverno Inferno capturing a 5-2 non-conference victory in our last broadcast with audio, where Nava Manariarani was able to score 3 goals and get the hat trick to help the Inferno to score 5 straight goals in getting the victory. Meanwhile, Dominican at 2-11-1. Head coach Ellen Brown just announced that she is planning on resigning at the end of the season. She has accepted a position with NCSA, a college recruiting service headquartered in Chicago. So she will not be with Dominican after the season. It has been an uncharacteristically down year for the Dominican Stars. This is one of the first times in program history that they will not qualify for the conference tournament this season. We are underway here at Alverno College. There is a strong wind blowing away from our broadcast position, and that wind will be at Alverno's backs here in the first half. Or correction, it will be actually blowing into Alverno's face as Alverno is coming towards us here as I get my orientation here at Alverno Field as our broadcast position is high above the one goal. If you can see the net in front of us, you can see that it is wavering in the wind right now. Dominican is in the blue tops with the white numerals and the black shorts. Alverno all white today at home for the Inferno. And Alverno will get a free kick here. The scoreboard is back to functionality here at Alverno Field. Of course, when he last had audio for the broadcast, the scoreboard was out of service for most of the day. We figured out that it was a space heater that caused the problem, apparently creating interference for the wireless signal that traveled from the scorer's area on the right side of your screen to the scoreboard. But now the scoreboard is back to functionality. Josh Larson, the man who runs the scoreboard down there, says, yeah, I'm just going to have to live with being cold if that space heater creates issues for the scoreboard. And as you can see now in that section of your screen, he is trying to do his best to hide from the wind and keep things shielded, but he also has to be able to see down in the corner to see what goes on down there, so he is doing the best he can today. We are about 2 minutes in, and we've yet to have anything of real note here as Dominican tries to push the ball forward into the attacking half for the first time today. Alverno will clear it into the middle, but it's possessed by Laura Yonke, who will try to play it forward. Her pass is stolen away, though, and now a scrap for possession in the midfield. It's played back. That's going to be number 23 for Dominican. Kelly Petty, who was not in the initial list of starters for Dominican today, but is out now for the Stars. Petty, a forward from Crystal Lake, Illinois. So I adjust my notes accordingly here as Kelly Petty comes out onto the pitch as part of the starting 11 today for Dominican. Ball in the box. That's going to be shot on, and it's going to go in. Was she onside? Yes, she was. Stop the clock. Leah Tedness scores the first goal of the match just 2.5 minutes in, and Dominican goes up 1-0. Goodness. As we're still figuring out who's who on the pitch today, Leah Tedness scores the first goal of the match, and it is 1-0 Dominican. Three minutes in, and Dominican is already on the board. It's 1-0. Tedness, coming into today, had 5 goals on the season. She has started all 14 matches this year. So Dominican is on the board first. It is 1-0. We are now 3 minutes into the match. Alverno in the attacking half. Trying to play it out of a trap.
In the third minute, Leah Tedness, 6th goal of the season.
Haley Serkitich, but she can't get it past anyone. And now Niesel Powell on the far side tries to defend, but Dominican is able to play the ball forward. Leah back to Petty, who tries to play it forward for Tedness, but her pass is deflected, and Dominican will collect and try again. On the left side, that's Petty. Along the touchline, she'll play it back in the middle, but no one is there. A run opportunity for Alverno. Played forward nicely, but a little bit too far for Haley Serkitich. And Dominican will try and send it back, but Alverno is able to possess again. Trying to play it into Manari Arani in the middle. Stolen away by Dominican. Samantha Lamas in the midfield. Alverno gets it back. Manari Arani to the right, but it's stolen away in a breakaway for Leah Tedness. At the top of the 18, Alverno able to recover nicely defensively. Nice move by Tedness at the top of the 18. Shot on, save, Samantha Robinson. Leah Tedness on the attack early, but Samantha Robinson able to get the save, and she will punt it away for the Inferno. About 5 minutes in, Dominican with the 1-0 lead on the early goal by Leah Tedness. Played out wide to the right, that's Natalie Mathis. From the corner, she will play it into the box. She will play it over the goal. That will be a goal kick for Alverno. So Dominican takes the early lead. The Stars with the 1-0 advantage. As Alverno is yet to get a shot. 2 shots already on goal today for the Stars. As that one goes out of bounds off the foot of Dominican. Alverno will play. Throw-in comes over the top. Manari Irani tries to get a head on it, but it comes down to Natalie Mathis. Mathis will dribble into the midfield. She'll play it out right. Samantha Lamas. Further to the right. Violeta Valencia. Back into the middle. Valencia trying to possess again. But she cannot get to the ball. The ball is played forward. 1-on-1. Tackle in the midfield. Gina Mazzetta takes it from the back for Dominican. Tries to pass it forward to Tedness. But it's taken away by Alverno, and the Inferno will play it forward. Ashley Saget sees that pass deflected out of bounds. A throw in for the Inferno. It'll come over the top. It's headed by Samantha Devich. Manari Irani into the middle. Taken away by Dominican. Played forward by Laura Yonke. But taken away now by Alverno. Manari Irani in the middle. And we have a Dominican player who goes down to the ground. That is number 14, Gabby Cosilleon, who apparently had her shin find the foot of Manari Irani as she tried to play that ball forward, and the Dominican training staff will come out onto the pitch. So misfortune early on for the Dominican Stars. At least in terms of health, but certainly not in terms of the scoreboard, as the Stars have the 1-0 advantage. Dominican coming into today with just 2 players, obviously with only 2 victories, who have scored game-winning goals. Kelly Petty has 1. Sarah Snow has the other. But right now, it is the goal scored by Leah Tedness that has Dominican up 1-0. Talking with Josh Larson, who I've already referenced here on the broadcast, the sports information director for Alverno. Prior to the match, he anticipated a very evenly played match today. Both of these teams, when you look at the records and the scores against common opponents, very similar results. Larson saying that he thought Alverno had a good chance today, and obviously Alverno on the brink right now of setting a team record for wins in a season. They have equaled the mark that Brittany Nikolic set a few years ago with 8. But they're trying to get above 500 today and get that 9th win to set the school record. Cosilleon comes off. She is replaced by number 11, Rebecca Fries. Leon being helped off by the training staff here at Alverno. And we get back to the action as the throw-in goes off the leg of Haley Serkatich, resulting in a throw-in for Dominican. It'll be Gina Mazzetta to throw it in. She finds Rebecca Fries, who is also the backup keeper for the Stars. Into the middle. Kelly Petty forward. Pass stolen momentarily by Nisel Powell. Then played forward by Alverno, but the ball crosses the touchline and goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Gina Mazzetta. The throw-in comes to freeze. Alverno able to possess off the head of Manari Arani. And now Alverno will take it into the attacking half. Played forward, trying to chase it down. Haley Circuitich, she will get to the ball. Crossing over, looking for an opportunity. She'll play it to Manari Arani. Just outside the 18. She puts it towards the net, but it goes behind the twine. And it'll be a goal kick for the Stars. 1-0, Dominican with the lead on Alverno. We are about 7.5 minutes into the match here at Alverno Field on the campus of Alverno College today. Courtney Smalars will send it in. It is 49 degrees today. As you can see, it is overcast, but every once in a while the sun peeks on through. And perhaps by the end of the match, the sun will be out a little bit more consistently, making for a very nice day. It's a big day for college soccer here in Milwaukee. Later tonight, it'll be Marquette and Georgetown playing down at Valley Fields. And earlier this week, in men's soccer, it was Wisconsin taking on UWM and playing them to a draw. Lots of great college soccer being played here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as always, in the fall of 2013. That ball is played forward. It's a good ball. I think Samantha Devich was surprised that she was onside. Manari Arani is there to take the ball from Devich. Nicely played forward. Haley Circuitich, but they will say that Circuitich was offside. Free kick for Dominican. Devich paused when she received the pass, as if she expected to be whistled for being off, but then she was able to play the ball forward. However, Circuitich was in an offside position. And that resulted in the free kick for Dominican. However, Alverno able to get the ball back. But Courtney Smalars plays the ball in the air to Samantha Lamas, who cannot possess. And now Alverno takes over. Indeed, we do see that sun peek out. 10 minutes in. And hopefully the sun can shine on Alverno with a goal here to equalize this match, because Dominican has the 1-0 lead. That will go out of bounds on the left side of your computer screen here on the Alverno Sports Network. Gina Mazzetta to throw it in for Dominican. As sirens wail in the background, Mazzetta will throw it in one more time. Courtney Smalars back to Mazzetta. Out of bounds, another throw in for Smalars. Correction, that is Mazzetta making that throw in again. It will come in and be played forward by Smalars. In the middle. Headed towards the touchline by Brittany Carpenter, and it will go out of bounds. Another throw in for Dominican. Ball played into the middle, but Alverno is there to take away possession and now push the ball forwards. That's Manari Arani, who plays it forward to Circuitich. Circuitich, a ball just a little bit too far for Andrea Diaz, whose feet give out from underneath her. But it's knocked out of bounds by Mazzetta for Dominican, a throw in for Alverno. It'll come into Samantha Devich. Devich sees the ball go out of bounds off her foot. She tried to knock it down as Gina Mazzetta was just trying to play the ball out. Mazzetta will get the good fortune of having a throw in. 12 minutes in. Dominican with the 1-0 lead on the strength of the Leah Tedness goal in the 3rd minute. Played forward by Alverno. It'll go to the edge of the 18. Manari Arani tries to come up and play it. Her foot catches the leg of Courtney Smalars, and they'll say that the ball went out off Smalars. It's a corner kick for the Inferno. Andrea Diaz will come over to take the corner kick for the Inferno. Again, you can see the corner flag. There is a strong wind blowing away from the goal for the Inferno right now. But the wind is swirling. It is now shifted to be in the face of Andrea Diaz. Diaz plays the ball into the 18 at the top of the 6. It's just sent out of bounds by Caitlin Gallinati. And that results in a goal kick for the Stars. Gallinati could not get a good touch on the ball. All she could do was play it out beyond the goal line. Goal kick, Dominican. The kick is taken by Courtney Smalars. She plays it forward to Kelly Petty. Petty just pushes the ball into the attacking half, where Samantha Robinson is there to collect the ball, and she will punt it away. The punt will head to about midfield. It'll be chested down by Rebecca Fries, but Alverno was able to gain possession, although they cannot do much with it. As it goes out beyond the touchline, another throw-in for Dominican. Mazzetta with the throw. It comes into Natalie Mathis. Played forward again by Mazzetta. That goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Inferno. All of the fans here at Alverno Field today bundled up, trying to stay warm in the cool conditions. I am perhaps the most fortunate individual here at Alverno Field today, in that I get to stand up in the press box where it's nice and warm with my space heater underneath me, and I can be in shirt sleeves as I bring you the call on the Alverno Sports Network. Dan Pfeifer, very happy to bring you the call today. You can hear the wind rustling as Alverno gets the throw in again. The wind is now gusting quite strongly. It goes out of bounds off Dominican one more time. Another throw in for the Inferno. Ashley Saget will throw it in. She'll throw it to the edge of the 18, where it will be played out by Samantha Lamas. It goes out of bounds. Alverno with yet another throw. Saget to throw it in. That throw in gets knocked down by the wind. Gina Mazzetta will again just play it out of bounds. Almost like a American football game where field position becomes an issue when you have this kind of wind. You just want to try and do everything you can to keep the ball in the attacking half, because it's so easy for Dominican to just send it out with the wind at their backs. That ball is played forward by Courtney Smalars. Will it stay in bounds? No, it goes out. It's another throw in for Dominican. Rebecca Fries to throw it in for the Stars. It's headed towards the goal line. Chasing it down, number 12, Sarah Snow. She'll play it across the 6. Collected outside, Violetta Valencia. Well defended by Minari Arani. Valencia tries to cut back. She'll play it inside the 18, but it's sent out on a nice bit of defense by Samantha Devich. Throw in for the Stars. Lamas to throw it in. Goes out beyond the goal line, but first they rule a foul on Dominican, so it will be a free kick for Alverno into that stiff breeze. Kick played forward and knocked out of bounds. They'll say Alverno was the last to touch. Another throw in for Dominican. Samantha Lamas with the throw. Violetta Valencia tries to play it. Knocked out by Alverno. Another throw in for Lamas. That one will go out off Dominican, though. As coming up to make the aggressive move, Leah Tedness, but she was a little bit too strong. And it goes out for a throw-in for the Inferno. Trying to play it just off the ground, Samantha Devich. But now the ball will be knocked around in the midfield. Whistle and a foul called. Handball against Dominican. Free kick for Alverno. They will run back and retrieve the ball. And then Alverno will take the free kick. We are about 17 minutes in. Dominican with the 1-0 lead. Leah Tedness with a goal in the 3rd minute. It was her 6th goal of the season. A 15-yard strike from the left side. Unassisted. Dominican possesses again, and that's Tedness. Playing it forward, looking for Kelly Petty, but she can't find her. It's taken away by Brittany Carpenter for Alverno. She will play it forward onside. Haley Circutich in the corner, looking for someone she can distribute the ball to. Instead, she'll just send it inside the 18, looking for Carpenter on the run. But Dominican is able to send the ball away. Now Dominican trying to counter. Kelly Petty, forward. Tedness, onside. Near the edge of the 18. Tedness played into the box. That'll go off the wrong side of the nets. And it'll be a goal kick for Alverno. A countering look for Dominican there as they try to answer back. But in the end, they cannot put the ball on nets. And Alverno will get a goal kick. 3 shots in the match for Dominican. One of them has gone in. Just 1 shot thus far for Alverno, and it was not on goal. That was by Manaria Rani earlier in this first half. Alverno trying to clear the ball out of their defensive half. Dominican able to possess. Courtney Smalars tries to play it forward, but it's taken away by the Inferno. That's Megan McCarthy on that side. She'll play it back to Carpenter. Carpenter reverses the ball over to the left side. Samantha Devich. She'll try and run it down again. But it's played out of bounds. A throw in for the Inferno. Andrea Diaz to throw it in. Goes along the sideline. I don't even think that ball got in bounds. And that's perhaps the best showing of what the Wind is doing right now. If you get the ball up in the air, it will certainly drift. Even when you keep the ball fairly low, the Wind can take it. Throw-in is on the foot of Leah Tedness, who was able to play it forward. Nice pass. That's Petty to Tedness. Tedness puts the ball on nets, and it goes in. It's another goal for the Dominican Stars. The second goal of the match for Leah Tedness. And Dominican has gone up 2-0. A goal for Leah Tedness in the 19th minute. Credit Kelly Petty with an assist. And Dominican now has a 2-0 lead. The counterattack working for Dominican. When they get the ball in space, they have just a bit more speed than Alverno right now. Samantha Robinson came out to try to play the ball, but Tedness was able to put it past her. And Dominican is now up by 2. Alverno has been in this spot before, though. We saw this last week on Sunday, when Alverno went down early to UW Superior 2-0. The Inferno answered back with 5 straight goals. Can Alverno come back from down again?
Leah Tedness, 7th of the season.
Leah Tedness. A multi-goal match today for her. Tedness tries to possess. Tough play in the middle. But Kelly Petty is able to come away with the ball, and a foul will be called on Alverno and Brittany Carpenter. Leah Tedness this season scored 2 goals at Lakeland in a 3-0 victory for Dominican. That means this is her second multi-goal match of the season. But Alverno will try and answer back. Nava Manaria Rani, the all-time leader in assists in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. She plays it into the box, but it is collected by the keeper Vanessa Gonzalez, a 5'5" freshman out of Chicago. And now the Stars possess. Played from the left to the right by Kelly Petty. But Alverno is able to take the ball away for the moment. Manaria Rani tries to play it into the middle. Tedness takes it away. She'll play it backwards to Smalars. Smalars will let it go to Gina Mazzetta. Mazzetta will play the ball forward. Second ball controlled by Alverno. Just played into the midfield. Haley Circutich Plays it over to Samantha Devich. Devich plays it forward, but again, it will just roll into the 18-yard box, or just short of the 18-yard box. Vanessa Gonzalez thought she'd be able to run that down and just pick it up with her hands. Instead, Gina Mazzetta is there to help her out. She plays it forward for Dominican, but Alverno gets the ball back for the moment. Andrea Diaz, hoping for a foul there perhaps, as her cleats got stuck in the pitch for a second. Manaria Rani looking for Cirkatich. The ball played out of bounds. A throw in for Alverno. 22 minutes have elapsed in the match. Leah Tedness with goals in the 3rd and the 19th minutes to give Dominican the 1-0 lead, or the 2-0 lead. In the middle, Niesel Powell trying to chase it down. I haven't called her name much today. It'll go forward into the 18, where it's chased down by Megan McCarthy. Into the middle. Good defense by Courtney Smalar, still in the 18, now cleared away by Dominican. Perhaps the closest the Inferno have come to seeing the net today, but Dominican is able to clear it away. Now it's controlled again by Brittany Carpenter. She tries to play it in the direction of Manaria Rani, but Mazzetta is there to chase down the pass, and now Dominican will play it forward. Gina Mazzetta. Forward to Sarah Snow. Sent out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for Dominican, as that one goes beyond the bushes and completely out of Alverno Field. Not something you see often here, with the little bit of hill that surrounds the pitch on 3 different sides. It's not easy to put one completely out of the stadium, if you will. But that one did go into the parking lot. The fine staffers here at Alverno had to chase it down. So versatile, the staff here at Alverno. They do so many different things. They act as ball boys and ball girls. They help set up the pitch before the match, as that one is played into Samantha Robinson, but she's able to collect it easily. Some of them even run the cameras for the webcast. We're happy to have all of their help here as we bring you this match on the Alverno Sports Network. Manaria Rani at the midfield stripe. She plays it forward and is able to find Haley Cirkatich. Cirkatich on the left, into the box. It goes off the chest of Samantha Devich, but Dominican is able to send it away. Leah Tedness, look out. This is where Dominican is dangerous. Looking to just slow down the Dominican attack. Carpenter knocks that one out of bounds. A throw-in for the Stars. Samantha Lamas to throw it in for Dominican. A 2-0 lead for the Dominican Stars, as we are about 25 minutes into the match on this windy day at Alverno Field. Free kick for Alverno. The wind's gusting at the moment. Played forward into the wind, chested down by Samantha Devich. Trying to gain control of the ball, Megan McCarthy. That's Manaria Rani, who tries to send it towards the goal. If she had the wind at her back, that one might have been on frame. Instead, with the wind in her face, it goes out of bounds at the touchline. Throw in for Dominican. Rebecca Fries. Taken away by Alverno. Cirkatich sends it into the middle. It's knocked down by Samantha Devich. 3 Inferno players there. Put towards the nets, but the wind knocks it down. It'll go wide out of bounds. A goal kick for Dominican. Looked like Carpenter was the one that tried to put that one on from about midfield. But again, the wind is blowing at an angle. It is blowing a bit from right to left and also very much away from us. And the wind certainly knocked that try down, as Dominican now has it at midfield. Played in. Looking to find some space. Natalie Mathis sees that kick headed away by Alverno, but they will call a foul on the Inferno. A free kick for Dominican. This is Mathis. She signals to her teammates that she's ready to put it on, and indeed she does put it towards the net. It's going to be headed towards the net, and Samantha Robinson has to come over to make that save. A cheeky play as Kelly Petty, on the one-touch header, puts it towards the post on the right. But Samantha Robinson with good awareness to come over and pick that ball up. And now we will have substitutions for Alverno. As Niesel Powell and Megan McCarthy come off. Into the match now for the Inferno, Sydney Weisner. She will be up front for the Inferno, although Dominican has it now at the edge of the 18. Played into the middle. Is anybody home? No. Cleared away by Alverno. Manari Irani. She will play it forward. Also, Emily Ogos comes in. She replaces Megan McCarthy. Some different looks today for Brittany Nikolic. Ogos playing a bit more forward at this point. Usually you see her in the back. But just looking to shake things up with Alverno down 33 minutes in. We should say 27 minutes in. My math failed me for a moment there. Dominican with the ball. It's played back to Smalars. In the middle. Cleared away by Brittany Carpenter. Throw in for the Stars. Mazzetta will throw it in. Natalie Mathis dribbles towards the top of the 18. Now she takes it all the way over to the right side. She's able to get past Ogos, but clearing it away and out of bounds, Andrea Diaz. Throw in for Dominican. Violeta Valencia comes over quickly to make the throw in. But we have a Dominican player offside. So a free kick to come now for Alverno. The wind makes its presence known as Alverno takes the free kick. It's taken away by Dominican. Leah Tedness already with 2 goals in the match. Alverno tries to send it away, but Natalie Mathis is the one who heads it forward. Now it's played forward by Valencia. Just back and forth in the midfield. Now Alverno tries to make a run. It's played forward to Samantha Devich. Devich turned around, but she's able to hold on to possession. Now trying to play it forward for either Manari Irani or Serkitic. But the ball goes out beyond the touchline. A throw-in for Dominican. Lamas to throw it in. The 5'5" sophomore from Lyons, Illinois. Sees the ball momentarily held by Manari Irani. But then the two teams will fight to figure out who will take possession back. It's kicked towards the top of the 18, but Courtney Smalars is able to play it out for Dominican. And now Lori Yonke sends it over. On the left side, Rebecca Fries. She has the ball taken away from her. One-on-one. Both players go to the ground. That was Ashley Saget for Alverno. And Kelly Petty, who has an assist in the match for Dominican. They will rule a foul on Alverno, and it will be a free kick for Dominican, Courtney Smalars to take. Smalars able to play it towards the top of the 18. Brittany Carpenter is the one who gets her head on it. Manari Irani plays it out wide. Now played forward. looking for Haley Circutich, but the pass was just a bit too long. Sydney Weisner playing a bit back from her normal spot in midfield right now. We often see Weisner as one of the forwards for Alverno. 2-0 your score. 32 minutes into the match. Goals for Leah Tedness in the 3rd and the 19th minutes. And another foul called on Alverno. Fouls in this match. Alverno with 5, Dominican with 3. Now in the middle, beyond Samantha Robinson, and it'll go just to the side of the nets as Samantha Robinson came out to play that ball. In the area for Dominican was Kelly Petty. In the end, Petty won the battle but did not win the war, as she was able to get the ball beyond Robinson, but it did go wide of the frame. Again, 2-0 the lead for Dominican, and now Petty at the top of the box with 2 defenders on her. A foul is called. Fantastic free kick opportunity for Dominican as they will set the ball up just outside the 18. A perfect spot for the free kick. 5-woman wall right now for Alverno. The official will tell them to back up 10 yards into the box. Robinson tries to line up the wall. 1 woman leaves for Alverno. A 4-woman wall in front of Courtney Smalars. Smalars puts it over the wall and also over the net. Good fortune there for Alverno, as perhaps the wind took that ball a little bit farther than Courtney Smalars was hoping it would go. And it results in a goal kick for Alverno. An excellent opportunity for Dominican, but they cannot capitalize and expand upon their 2-0 lead. Goal kick for Alverno. In the midfield, 2 stars are there, but Alverno was able to control. It's played forward. Minari Irani trying to chase it down. A lot of contact between her and Gina Mazzetta, but Minari Irani is able to win the ball. Although she cannot make a good pass, Sarah Snow sends it out wide to the left, and Rebecca Fries. Ashley Saget is able to knock the ball off of Fries, but it's sent forward. Leah Tedness in the corner. She gets knocked down. The ball goes out of bounds off Alverno. A corner kick for Dominican. Just their first corner kick of the day. Dominican with 4 shots on goal. Alverno has yet to put a ball on frame. Way down on the other end of the pitch. The corner kick will be taken by Natalie Mathis. She will put it into the box. At the top of the box, Rebecca Fries was able to get a foot on it, but it's cleared away. And now just trying to get the ball away from net. Alverno sends it out towards the touchline. We'll have a whistle and a foul called on Dominican. A free kick for the Inferno. We are in the 35th minute. Dominican with the lead. Alverno will be helped by the wind in the second half. The wind has been a steady 20 miles per hour at least for most of the day. And now we have substitutions for Alverno. Elizabeth Turonis makes her first appearance of the day. Samantha Devich comes off. Haley Circutich also comes off for the Inferno. Played into the attacking half by Alverno. Dominican able to possess. Natalie Mathis along the touchline. Taken away by Minari Irani. Minari Irani played forward. New into the match for the Inferno. Amber Thomas. Thomas into the box. At the top of the box trying to possess. Nothing there. Elizabeth Turonis able to get to the ball. We'll get a whistle and a foul called on Alverno as they say Turonis made too much contact. Amber Thomas with that good ball into the box. Thomas, a 5'8 junior out of Glendale, Wisconsin. Taronis is a Milwaukee native, meanwhile. She attended Reagan High School. She is 5'5 and a freshman. The future is bright for the Alverno Inferno. Manari Irani will graduate after this season. But there's a lot of young talent on this Inferno team. Sarah Devich, just a freshman. Emily Ogos, a freshman. Andrea Diaz, a sophomore. Sydney Weisner out on the pitch right now as a freshman. The ball will stay in. Still fighting for possession near the top of the 18. A lot of contact and no foul called, as both Ashley Saget and Gina Mazzetta go down. Now played back forward. Elizabeth Taronis trying to get underneath the ball. It's headed away by Samantha Lamas. And now the official is going to call Taronis over to say, you've got to play that ball out of the air. You can't be just randomly kicking away and potentially accidentally kicking members of the opposite team. However, after the foul, Alverno was able to possess again. Manari Irani tries to play it forward. Natalie Mathis is the one who chases it down for Dominican. She's able to find a teammate's foot in the form of Samantha Lamas. Lamas wide to the right. It's taken away for the moment by Brittany Carpenter. But Carpenter loses it, and now Kelly Petty in space. She plays it to Leah Tedness, who already has 2 goals in the match. Tedness further right. Rebecca Fries into the 18, into the side of the net, a goal kick for Alverno. Dominican so dangerous on that counterattack. When they can get in space, they're very good at connecting passes together. 1v1, a bit more of a challenge for Dominican. But Alverno has given them a couple chances to string together some runs. And that's part of the reason why Dominican has this 2-0 lead. We are approaching the 40-minute mark. We are in the 38th right now. As that one is played high into the air. Trying to chase it down for the Inferno, Taronis. It's taken away by Smelars, who sends it over to the left side. Tedness. Back to Mazzetta. Out of bounds. Throw in Dominican. Sarah Snow to make the throw in. She'll send it back to Mazzetta. The sun is now out here at Alverno Field. Alverno trying to clear the ball out of the attacking half of Dominican. But Dominican able to possess. Sarah Snow plays it forward, but that'll be too far for any of the stars to chase it down. And Samantha Robinson will pick it up with her gloves and punt it away. Robinson's punt. Alverno will look for the second ball, but it'll be taken by Mazzetta. Plays it right to Snow. Further right, nice ball played forward by Kelly Petty. But that ball will be a bit too far, and it'll go beyond the goal line for a goal kick. Seven shots for Dominican, 2 for Alverno. The fouls have also been in favor of Dominican. Alverno has committed 9, Dominican 5. Taronis in the middle. She'll play the ball back ever so slightly to Saget. But Saget will just play the ball out of bounds. There will be a throw-in for Dominican. Throw-in made by Lamas. Alverno knocks it out. It's another throw-in for Lamas. Near the lone stand on the east side of Alverno Field. A north to south orientation here at Alverno. Amber Thomas in the middle. Right to Diaz. Played back. A lot of contact. No foul called. Sarah Devich will chase it down. She'll send it back to the keeper, Robinson. Robinson will play it back to Devich. Well played ball forward. Minari Irani able to control. Well marked by Natalie Mathis. Minari Irani is able to get the pass away. It's just a bit short for Taronis. It's chased down by Smalars. Goes out of bounds. Throw in for Dominican. Mathis. She has it taken away. Played off a Dominican player. And now Dominican will possess. That's Laura Yonke. Sarah Snow forward, looking for a run out of Leah Tedness. But Tedness cannot get to the ball before Samantha Robinson does. 3 minutes or so left before the whistle to end the first half. And Alverno down 2-0. Dominican with the lead and with the ball. That's Tedness, who has been the star of the show today. Playing it to Rebecca Freeze. Freeze inside the 18. It's knocked out of bounds. Corner kick, Dominican. Second corner kick of the day for the Stars. This the first one from the right side. Natalie Mathis will head over to take the corner kick for the Stars. Mathis spins the ball into place next to the corner flag. She'll raise her hand to indicate the beginning of motion for Dominican. In the box, it's headed by Kelly Petty, but Petty's head goes beyond the goal line harmlessly. It's a goal kick for Alverno. Can the Inferno make one last run at the net here in the last 2 minutes? Alverno has yet to put a shot on frame. Dominican possesses in the midfield. That's Kelly Petty. She'll play the ball into the middle to Tedness. From well outside the 18, that one is played in by Laura Yonke, but it's controlled by Samantha Robinson, and Robinson will punt it away. In the middle, Thomas, not able to get to the ball. Instead, Dominican will have it on the right side, played into the box by Tedness. But again, an alert play by Samantha Robinson, who despite having given up the 2 goals today has been strong in net for Alverno. And she will punt it away again. In the midfield, Minari Irani trying to play it forward. You can see some of the frustration in Elizabeth Taronis. She has been marked well by Courtney Smalars, but now an opportunity for Alverno. Played forward by Taronis. Near the top of the 18 with the dribble. She tries to backheel it to control it, but great awareness once again by Courtney Smalars, and she comes over to play the ball out of bounds. She looks for a foul call on Minari Irani as there was contact, but she will not get the call. It'll be a throw-in for the Inferno. We are under a minute to go here in the half. Thomas on the left side. Stolen away by Lamas. And we will get a foul call against Alverno. Dominican going to have to use the wind to their advantage if they're going to get a last opportunity here in the first half. Just 33 seconds on the clock. Sent forward by Smalars. Goes out of bounds. A throw in for Dominican. On the far side, it's played forward by Petty into the box. Robinson is going to run it down, and that should just about do it for play here in the first half. Robinson will punt it away. But unless she can kick it the distance of the pitch, this first half is going to come to an end with the Dominican Stars leading the Alverno Inferno 2-0. 2 goals early on for Leah Tedness. And that is what has Dominican on top here after 1 half of play. But Alverno will have the wind at its back in the second half. And that might give them a few more opportunities as they try to come back and capture a Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference victory today. Let's take a little break. When we come back, we will have some halftime statistics. And we'll get you ready for the second half. This is Alverno Soccer on the Alverno Sports Network.
Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit he gets. First shot, 2-step walking, a little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious, somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby, so the game, no, y'all can't copy yet. Bad, moonwalking in this year, it's our party, our posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way, grown give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Now, like I get thank you, yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me, go hard like I gotta eat it with my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like you gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark. We rock, till I go up, gone, deuces goodbye. I got a world to see, my girl, she wanna see Rome. See so many people believing, and never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now, sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching.
When we
Outside.
go back, this is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Back with you here at Alverno Field, where it is halftime. The Dominican Stars have the lead on the Alverno Inferno in this Northern Athletics Conference tilt, 2-0. The 2 goals in the match have been scored by Leah Tedness. The first goal was scored from 15 yards out on the left side in the 3rd minute. It was Tedness's 6th goal of the season. Then on the second goal, Tedness was able to beat keeper Samantha Robinson one-on-one after taking a nice ball from Kelly Petty in the 19th minute of the match. It is Tedness's 2nd multi-goal match of the season, as she right now has Dominican up in the match. Alverno has struggled to get anything going offensively, both due to the good backline play of Courtney Smalars, Gina Mazzetta, and Samantha Lamas, but also due to the fact that they have been trying to kick into a stiff wind here in the first half. So Alverno, with the wind at its back in the second half, will hopefully be able to gain an advantage. Although the wind has been swirling today, and it has been unpredictable as to whether it will be blowing in the face of the Inferno or will be coming across the pitch. At times it does a little bit of both, at times it does one, at times it does another. It just has been shifting all day long. We have even seen on corner kicks where when the ball has gone out of bounds, it has been blowing one way at the start of the corner kick and then blowing another way once the kick was taken. So it is difficult to judge today exactly how things are going to work. The only 2 players with shots for the Inferno today have been Nava Manariarani, who took one from the left side that went behind the net, and Brittany Carpenter, who tried to blast one from distance, but it got very much knocked down by the wind and just trickled harmlessly beyond the goal line. Over on the other side, however, Leah Tedness with her 2 goals. They have come on 4 shots. You also have 1 shot apiece for Courtney Smalars, Rebecca Fries, and Kelly Petty. 3 of Tedness's 4 shots have been on goal. Petty has put her only shot on net. That is why Dominican has 4 total shots on goal against Alverno's 2. Samantha Robinson has made 2 saves in the match, but she has come out a number of times and prevented Dominican from having opportunities. One time she did come out and a contested ball went just wide of the net. But Samantha Robinson, with good instincts in net, the senior from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, and again, with the wind at Alverno's back in the second half, that will certainly knock down some shots for her and help her out as well. 10 fouls against Alverno, just 5 against Dominican. 2 corners for the Dominican Stars, just 1 for Alverno. Dominican has been whistled in an offside position twice, whereas Alverno was caught offside once. No bookings to speak of in the first half, a relatively cleanly played first half. The teams fighting the conditions as much as they have been fighting each other in the first half of this contest, and that will continue in the second half as things continue to cool off here at Alverno Field this afternoon. One more home match after this one for Alverno soccer. Senior Day will come up on Friday, November 1st, as the Inferno take on Finlandia. Start time for that match will be at 3:30 p.m. We will have video for that match, but we will not have audio for that match. So if you get the opportunity, we do encourage you always to come down and see it in person if you get the chance. But if you can't do that, certainly tune in for the video coverage of that final Alverno match of the year here at Alverno Field. After today, Alverno does have 3 matches on the whole remaining, 2 of them on the road. On Monday, they will have to go and play at Mount Mary, and then on Wednesday, they will be at Benedictine. Again, 2-0 is your score. Dominican with the lead on Alverno. Let's take another break. When we come back, we will have second half action here from Alverno Field. This is Alverno Soccer on the Alverno Sports Network. Just about set to get back to the action here at Alverno Field in the second half, as it's the Alverno Inferno down to the Dominican Stars 2-0 on the Alverno Sports Network. Dan Pfeifer with the call on this breezy Saturday afternoon here at Alverno College in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Good to have all of you along today on the Alverno Sports Network. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. It's been my pleasure to bring you a few soccer matches this season on the Alverno Sports Network. You may have the opportunity to hear me once in a while on the basketball side as well this year, as I am slated to be the public address announcer for the Alverno basketball team, which is expected to have good success once again in 2013-2014. But it has also been said that I may once in a while slide over to make an appearance on the Alverno Sports Network as the play-by-play voice. I will also be doing play-by-play for high school basketball games on the Big 920 this year. So happy to be involved with Alverno. Thanks again to Josh Larson for giving me the opportunity to bring you some football here on the Alverno Sports Network, as Alverno will have the wind at its back and kick away from us here in the second half. And the second half is now underway. Dominican possesses, of course, the luck of the Inferno. The wind has now died down just a touch as the sun has come back out. The skies are clearing a bit as the sun moves across the sky. So perhaps the wind may die down here in the second half, but Alverno wouldn't mind having the wind at its back on occasion here in the second half, as that ball is played forward by Brittany Carpenter. But Alverno is able to play it away. Dominican, we should say, plays it away. Natalie Mathis tries to play it over to the right side. It's picked up by Leah Tedness, who had that great first half. Ball high in the air. Tedness tries to play it off the first hop. She is able to possess. Kelly Petty playing it over to the left side. That is Gabby Cosileon, who is back out on the pitch after being injured in the first half. But now on the left side, Manaria Rani towards the top of the box, looking for Haley Sirkatich. It's sent away on the first ball by Dominican, and now Dominican is able to possess. Cosileon, Natalie Mathis, trying to work the triangle for Dominican. The ball goes out of bounds. It will be thrown in by the Inferno. Emily Ogo still out there for Alverno to start the second half. Also still out there for the Inferno, Sydney Weisner. Weisner was the one who played that ball forward, but it went out of bounds. Dominican with the throw in. Alverno trying to possess, but Natalie Mathis sends it into the midfield. Now a counter opportunity for Dominican, but good awareness by Sarah Devich, who plays the ball forward, forcing Gina Mazzetta to chase it down. Courtney Smalars, the anchor of the middle of the back line for Dominican. She plays it out to the touchline. It goes out of bounds. A throw in for the Inferno. On the far side, that's Devich. She'll try and play it into the box, but she'll play it a bit too far forward. It goes beyond the goal. A goal kick for Dominican. About 4 minutes into the second half. Dominican with the 2-0 lead on Alverno. 2 goals in that first half for Leah Tedness. Alverno with it in the attacking half, though, as the wind begins to pick up again. We'll have a foul called, I believe a handball on Alverno. And a free kick for Dominican. Natalie Mathis to make the free kick. She sends it straight forward, but it's possessed by Alverno. Manaria Rani with some nifty moves trying to work around Leah Tedness. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Dominican. The linesman on that side having trouble making up his mind. At first he pointed to Alverno. Then he points back to the Stars. But that time it's going to go out of bounds and be a throw-in for the Inferno, as Brittany Carpenter will make the throw-in from the touchline. Carpenter. Leah Tedness able to head it away. A lot of contact near the edge of the 18. No foul called. It's touched away by Brittany Carpenter and able to pick it up before it goes out beyond the touchline. Minari Arani sends it well forward. And now Elizabeth Taronis will try and chase it down, but it's sent away by Courtney Smalars, who was having a fantastic match for Dominican. Possessed this time by the Inferno, Ashley Saget. Alverno with the ball in the defensive half. Nice move by Andrea Diaz. Minari Arani forward. Looking for Samantha Devich. Will Devich be able to chase it down? No. It goes out beyond the goal line. A goal kick for Dominican. 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Dominican up on Alverno 2-0. Alverno looking a little bit more aggressive on the attack here to start the second half. But again, having the wind at their backs, certainly very helpful. Alverno again with it. Now Dominican able to take it away. Coming towards us, the Dominican Stars. Blue uniforms with white trim and numerals. Black shorts. Tedness near the edge of the 18. She will play it into the box, but it will roll slowly to Samantha Robinson, who was able to get her mitts on it, and she will punt it away. Questionable as to whether you could call that a shot or not. I believe that Josh Larson, who ultimately has the judgment on such things, will not rule that to be a shot on goal, although one has appeared on the scoreboard, so perhaps I am wrong. We will get a whistle and a stoppage of the clock. I wonder if we're going to have a booking. For repeated violations, indeed, the card has been shown. They're going to get Emily Ogos for an aggressive back heel. Kevin Braun, our official today, makes the indication.
The 51st minute, yellow card issued to Alverno, number 7, Brittany Carpenter.
They will not give it to Ogos, they will give it to Carpenter. My apologies there, as I was checking the score screen when the penalty occurred, or the foul, we should say, that caused the booking. So Carpenter is the one who is whistled for the infraction, and she now has a yellow card. On the touchline, great move by Kelly Petty, as I struggle to get the name out. But Brittany Carpenter, in the end, can only play the ball out beyond the goal line. Carpenter appears to be having words with Braun after she was given the card. The result is a corner kick for the Stars. Natalie Mathis to take it on the near side. Clearly some frustration right now from Brittany Carpenter as that ball is played into the box. Headed on beyond the hand of Robinson, but she's able to just barely touch it. It looked like it actually went underneath her hand, but she was able to get a mitt on it and knock it out of bounds. Oh, a great diving save by Samantha Robinson. And it's knocked out of bounds, resulting in another corner kick for Dominican. Oh, so close, as the header by Kelly Petty is right on frame, but Robinson is able to keep it out of the net. And that may be key as Alverno tries to keep its hopes alive here in the second half against the Dominican Stars. Now Alverno looking for a counterattack opportunity. Weisner played in the middle of Circutich, out of bounds, a throw-in for Dominican. Great save by Samantha Robinson. As Kelly Petty, not Katy Perry, not Richard Petty, Kelly Petty, gets that header that almost goes beyond the hand of Robinson. I thought it was going to get past her. In fact, it looked like it did get underneath her hand. But Robinson makes the impressive save. And Dominican remains stuck at 2. About 10 minutes gone here in the second half. At the top of the 18, Dominican with an opportunity. It's played out to the left side. Rebecca Fries. She will play it into the 18, but right there is Samantha Robinson. Sarah Snow tried to chase it down, but she could not get there. And Robinson is able to punt it away for Alverno. In fact, she sends it so far that Alverno pretty much plays it directly to Vanessa Gonzalez, the Dominican keeper. Having that wind at your back is certainly very helpful today. With the wind in her face, Robinson was getting the ball out to midfield. Now with the wind at her back, Robinson is sending it deep into the attacking half. And that time she sent it so far that without an organized attack, Alverno basically just gave the ball up to the keeper. Now another punt here for Robinson. That one a little bit higher, and as such, Alverno will look for a second ball. They are able to possess. Sirkatich looking for Samantha Devich, who got the first touch on it. Dominican controls for the moment, but then Manari Arani tries to put it into the box. Offside, Alverno. Free kick for Dominican. Two 0, the Stars up. We are in the 56th minute. Carrying it forward, Coseleon. Back into the middle, Smalars. She will send it out wide to the right. Gina Mazzetta. Mazzetta forward, it's controlled by Kelly Petty. She will send it out to the left to Rebecca Fries. There's always one name, it seems like, every time I've done an Alverno match. It just seems to throw me off. The first time it was an Alverno name. But you learn Nava Manari Arani's name pretty fast when you watch Alverno soccer. And she is one of the best players in program history, although her touch there was a little bit too far for her teammate. It goes out beyond the goal line, resulting in a goal kick for the Dominican Stars. Manari Arani, a player that will be missed by Brittany Nikolic, and if you had the chance to tune in after the UW Superior game when we were talking with Brittany, I am still of the opinion that Manari Arani is the caliber of player that if she picked up her fitness just a bit, if she was just a bit quicker, which is something that at the D1 level, when you have the kind of facilities and trainers available to the players, that would happen. I think she would be a Division I caliber player with her awareness of the game and just her ability to put the ball in the right place. Manari Arani, so good for the Inferno, of course, the all-time Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference leader in assists. She is currently tied for the conference lead in assists this season. And of course, 2 matches ago, she had the hat trick, and she showed she could finish as well. Opportunity here for the Dominican Stars. Kelly Petty in the box, taken down. We'll get a whistle, a stoppage of the clock, and it'll be a penalty kick for Dominican. Oh, and that one was pretty clear cut for Kevin Braun. Sarah Devich makes a lot of contact with Kelly Petty in the box. Both players go down, and Braun elects to award a penalty kick. It will be Petty to take the penalty kick against Robinson. Petty puts the ball on the penalty spots. Robinson just hoping to make the correct guess. Pretty much all you can do on these penalty kicks. Petty eyes it down. Robinson tries to fight the glare from the sun. Petty on to the right and in. Nothing Robinson could do as Kelly Petty puts it top shelf and gives Dominican the 3-0 lead. An unfortunate turn of events for the Alverno Inferno, as Kelly Petty is taken down inside the box about 12 yards out by Sarah Devich. And the result is a penalty and a goal for the Dominican Stars. That goal for Petty, her 11th of the season, That leads the Dominican Stars team.
Stars penalty kick. Good by Kelly Petty. Her 11th goal of the season.
3-0 your score now. As we stand in the 58th minute, an aggressive play again by Brittany Carpenter. Carpenter has to be careful. Already with one booking in the match, another, and she would get sent off. Played forward by Alverno, but out of bounds. Another throw in for Dominican. Dominican trying to assert its position above Alverno. In the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, you had 4 teams come into today with 2 wins on the season. Wisconsin Lutheran led the 4 with 2 draws as well, but they have also played 1 more match than both Dominican and Alverno. You also have Lakeland at 2-7 entering the day. That ball is played forward. Alverno just trying to get a shot on goal here. Alverno with 3 shots on the day. None of them have been on frame. Knocked out of bounds. A throw in for the Inferno. Ashley Saget will throw it in. Comes over the top. Tironis trying to get there. It's sent out of bounds again by Dominican. Another throw in for the Inferno. Again, it will be Saget to throw it in. Again, over the top. This time, the first touch is made by the Stars. And now Dominican will try to counter. Played forward, but Sarah Devich will be the one who runs it down. She just sends it out of bounds. And we will have substitutions. As Sydney Weisner comes off, Amber Thomas comes on. We also see Tironis come off. Niesel Powell returns for the Inferno as they go with a bit more of an attacking look. Also, Violetta Valencia returns for Dominican, replacing Rebecca Fries. Ball played into the box by Haley Sirkatich. But we will get a whistle and an offside call on the Inferno. We have 60 minutes gone. Dominican with the lead, 3-0, 2 goals for Leah Tedness, and a penalty kick goal for Kelly Petty. Dominican with it now in the attacking half. Petty just outside the 18. She goes down to the ground, but she stuck her leg out, tripping up Emily Ogos. And Alverno will get a free kick. Sarah Devich to take. Devich with the wind at her back. She plays it forward. That will go over the head of Haley Sirkatich. Trying to chase it down, Samantha Devich. The Devich to Devich combination does not work, however, and it will be a throw-in for Dominican. Along the touchline, 2 players marking Natalie Mathis. All she can do is knock it out of bounds. Alverno gets it back. Manaria Rani into the middle. Andrea Diaz over to Thomas. The first touch sees the ball go off of Thomas's foot. It's knocked away by Dominican, and now it's controlled. Leah Tedness goes to the air, is able to pick up the ball. And now she takes it on the dribble. Working on Niesel Powell. She'll send it into the middle. Kelly Petty trying to go around Haley Sirkatich. She's able to get some space for the moment, but we'll get a whistle and a foul called as they say that Petty was a bit too aggressive. Kevin Braun momentarily stops the clock, and he yells at Brittany Nikolic, who apparently is voicing her frustration with the foul disparity in the match. Alverno with 11 fouls called on them in the match. Dominican with 9, but Alverno also has a booking. And in the first half, the foul count was 10-5 against Alverno. So Kevin Braun is saying he has heard all he needs to hear from the Alverno bench, and he doesn't want to hear any more. That ball played forward by Ashley Saget, but it will go out beyond the goal line. It will be a goal kick for Dominican. We are in the 63rd minute. Dominican with the lead. And this is the next to the last home game of the season and the last weekend home game for Alverno this year. The last home game will be on a Friday. It'll be at 3:30. I suppose for some folks, 3:30 on a Friday might be considered a weekend. Those of us who have day jobs, though, chained to our desks at that point in the day. Unfortunately, that is the reason I cannot be with you on Friday to bring you the commentary for that game. But happy to be here today calling this match. Wish the result was a little bit better right now. But still some time. And again, we did see Alverno come back from down 2-0 against UW Superior last Sunday. And 3-0 with 26 minutes remaining is not insurmountable. However, they got to get it going on the offensive end. They got to put something on frame at the very least. That back line of Dominican, though, quite the talented group. 2 of the 3 players, just sophomores as well, Gina Mazzetta and Samantha Lamas. Courtney Smalars, very alert and aware as a senior. She has had a spectacular match in the back today for Dominican, really just holding Alverno down. A well-played ball by Valencia that goes through the legs of Emily Ogos. Now 1v1 in the midfield. We'll get a whistle and a foul called, and it will be against the Inferno. You can see some of the Inferno players frustrated. Andrea Diaz clapped her hands at that call, wishing that it went the other way. Near the edge of the 18, it'll be played out of bounds off the head of Brittany Carpenter. A throw in for Dominican. Valencia to throw it in from the touchline. We'll get a whistle and a foul called near the edge of the 18. So an opportunity for a free kick here for the Stars. Three-woman wall. Kevin Braun not indicating that he had given the signal for play to restart. So Natalie Mathis will try again. On her first attempt, she played it back to Samantha Lamas. This time she plays it into the box. Contact made by Laura Yonke, but Alverno able to play it away. If anything, it could have been a handball called on Yonke, and indeed, we will see the ball head back to the spot as Kevin Braun deems that Yonke touched it with her arms. Sarah Devich is the one who sends it forward for Alverno. 2 Stars and 1 Inferno player there, but the Inferno win the second ball. Andrea Diaz will play it up to Samantha Devich, who was the lone Inferno player, trying to pick up that kick off of the foul. We'll get a whistle and a foul called on Dominican, as the play has gotten a little bit more physical here in the second half. Again, Alverno, in all 8 of its losses, has been shut out this season. It has been feast or famine this year for the Alverno Inferno. First shot on goal of the day for the Inferno. Niesel Powell with a sinking line drive, but there for the save is Vanessa Gonzalez, and it'll be a goal kick for Dominican. The best opportunity of the day thus far for the Inferno. Niesel Powell able to put it on nets. But in the end, it goes for naught as Gonzalez is there to make the save. Finally, the shots on goal column on the scoreboard here at Alverno Field ticks off of 0 and on to 1. The first step, putting a shot on goal. The next step, putting one in the net. Nice ball played forward by Minari Irani. But Amber Thomas is unable to chase it down. It goes out of bounds. A goal kick for Dominican. A little bit of life from the Alverno attack as we approach the 70-minute mark. But it's still Dominican with the lead 3-0 on the strength of 2 goals by Leah Tedness and 1 by Kelly Petty. Off the goal kick, Dominican able to possess Valencia. Played forward, Minari Arani there for the steal. Amber Thomas tries to come up to get the ball. But on the second ball, Andrea Diaz plays it forward. It's in the box. Coming up to get it, Vanessa Gonzalez. And Gonzalez will be able to punt it away. As Alverno tried to mount an attack. But Gonzalez with the good awareness. Able to come up and pick up the ball. Samantha Devich was the one who mounted the charge. But in the end, that back line doing the job today for the Stars. And now Dominican tries to go on the attack. Andrea Diaz sends it back forward. We'll get a whistle and a foul. And that one is called against Dominican. Free kick here for Alverno. Whistles have been coming faster and more furiously in the second half as the two teams have picked up the intensity a bit. A lot of contact on that header. Fight for the second ball. It's going to be controlled by Alverno. Brittany Carpenter tripped up a bit as she makes her way towards the touchline. Leah Tedness was the one who was marking her. It goes out of bounds, and they say that Carpenter was the last one to touch it. Some of the spectators on that side also making their feelings known about the officiating here. Carpenter, of course, already booked once. She has to be careful here. Again, she threw up her hands in frustration with that last call. Now Carpenter plays the ball forward. Can Thomas run it down? No, it's going to be picked up by Vanessa Gonzalez. As Amber Thomas tried to chase down that forward ball. Could not get there in time. In the midfield, Sarah Snow played forward. Possessed by Kelly Petty, who has an assist in the goal in the match. Petty with a great move to go by Carpenter inside the 18. She makes a move around another player, but she can't make the pass to teammate Valencia. And Andrea Diaz clears it out for Alverno. Great run, though, by Kelly Petty, who has been impressive here in the second half. That's Leah Tedness playing it into the middle. Natalie Mathis putting it towards nets, but much like the similar shot that was taken in the first half by Brittany Carpenter, the wind knocks it down, and the result is a goal kick for the Inferno. 71st minute here at Alverno. Dominican up on the Inferno 3-0. Valencia able to get it back in the second ball. Now she gets by the defender, but she can't get past Sarah Devich, although she gets it back and sends it back to Kelly Petty, who again has that shot knocked down by the wind. And the result is another goal kick for Alverno. Substitution for the Stars. Gabby Coseleon will come off. And coming on is Isabella Pinedo. Pinedo appearing in her 14th match of the season. She has just started once, though. Coseleon went down with an injury in the first half, but has looked fine here in the second. As that one is cleared away by Ashley Saget, and Amber Thomas might be able to run this one down. It is collected by Dominican, though, as Courtney Smalars runs it down ahead of Thomas. And now Dominican trying to possess in the defensive half. That is played forward. Thomas. She has it knocked away by Smalars yet again. Smalars will try and chase it down before it goes beyond the touchline, but it goes out of bounds, and the result is a corner kick for the Inferno. Nava Manari Arani will take the corner kick for Alverno. This has been where the Inferno have been deadly. Manari Arani, so good at putting the ball on a spot for the Inferno. Into the box. It's loose. It's free. Shot on just above the net. Samantha Devich could not put it on frame. A goal kick for Dominican. A good opportunity there for the Inferno, though, as the ball went across the 18-yard box and came to the foot of Samantha Devich. She tried to go upper 90, but in the end, she could not find the woodwork. Alverno will try and possess after the goal kick. Ogos. Manari Arani looking for some space. She's able to get by one, but she can't get by the other two Stars defenders. Played forward, though. Thomas. She will possess. She sends it in the direction of the net, but no one from the Inferno is around. And that one certainly did not have enough mustard on it, or ketchup, or relish, or whatever your favorite condiment may be. And the result is a goal kick for Gonzalez. Off of the goal kick, we'll have a foul. And Dominican will get a free kick. 74th minute. Dominican with the 3-0 lead. Alverno trying to avoid being shut out for the 9th time this season. All or nothing at all for the Alverno Inferno. That seems to be the story this season. A push made on Samantha Devich, but she's able to play it forward. Manari Arani with it now. She steps on the ball. She sends it into the box. Thomas tries to get a hit on it. She swings and misses, but in the box, shot on, and a save. Haley Serketich not able to get it past Vanessa Gonzalez. Great opportunity there for Serketich, but the low line drive is saved by Gonzalez, who has also had herself a pretty good day today. This just the 5th start of the season for Vanessa Gonzalez, but she has looked solid in net for the Stars this afternoon. Gonzalez this season has been in net for about 500 minutes. She came into today with a record of 1-2. She did have one shutout on the season coming into today. That lone shutout came in a match at Rockford. Alverno got a win against Rockford earlier this season as well. Dominicans' win at Rockford was a 6-0 victory, in which Gonzalez only had to make one save, but she went the full 90 in net and did get the shutout in that contest. We have just under 15 minutes left in this one, and unless Alverno can begin mounting a bit more solid of an attack, this may end up being shutout number 2 for Gonzalez this year. Goal kick coming up for the Stars. Whistle and a foul on the first ball. It's called on Alverno, so another free kick for Dominican. Later tonight, the last home match of the season for Alverno volleyball. An active weekend here on the campus of Alverno College. There's always good things going on here. If you have the chance this evening, come on down and see Alverno volleyball for one final time. They will be honoring their seniors tonight. Substitution for Alverno here, as Amber Thomas will come off and Sydney Weisner will come on. Weisner will get a touch directly off the bench. Now we'll get a whistle and a foul as Isabella Pinedo, who came into the match, goes to the ground. She stretches out a bit, appears to be okay. Free kick for Dominican. Natalie Mathis will take this free kick. Mathis, a 5'6" junior from Mundelein, Illinois. Starting in her 9th match of the season today. Throw in the attacking half. It's played forward by Tedness. That will go out of bounds. Another throw in for Dominican as the sun peeks its way through the clouds. Tedness. Just played out of bounds by Saget. Another throw in for Dominican. Pinedo with the throw in. This time it's controlled by Alverno. Played forward. Nice ball from Sarah Devich. But her sister, Samantha, unable to possess. And Dominican takes it back. Mazzetta into the middle. Kelly Petty looking for space. Stolen away by Brittany Carpenter. But Sarah Snow takes it back for Dominican. Shot on. Saved. Samantha Robinson. From about 16 outs, it was Sarah Snow who took the shot for the Stars. But Snow melts under the pressure, and Robinson cuckoo cuckoo. Another ball played forward by Dominican. Emily Ogos right there. She waits for it to go out of bounds, but it does not. And Dominican takes possession. Snow on the edge of the 18, out of bounds, off of Ogos. Corner kick, Dominican. Coming over to take the corner kick for the Stars, Natalie Mathis. This is the fifth corner kick of the day as the scoreboard updates for the Dominican Stars. Alverno has 2. Mathis plays it right into the middle of the box, trying to get the header and perhaps her 3rd goal of the day, Leah Tedness. But the goal goes out beyond the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for the Inferno. Alverno's starting to run out of time. Sarah Devich to take the goal kick for the Inferno. Line drive forward. Manaria Rani gets a head underneath it. Samantha Devich able to chase it down along the touchline. Courtney Smalars gets a foot on the ball. Haley Serketich comes forward to try and play it. Smalars knocked around a bit by Serketich. Both fighting for possession. Now both players end up going to the ground. No whistle yet from Kevin Braun. And the ball is controlled by Dominican. It's knocked up into the air and out of bounds by Manaria Rani. Looking over at the Alverno bench, Brittany Nikolic not happy at all with some of the calls being made today, but ultimately the opportunities have just been too good for Dominican, particularly those 2 in the first half for Leah Tedness when she scored in both the 3rd and the 19th minutes. And that call in the box that allowed the penalty kick for Kelly Petty, that was a pretty obvious one. That was one that Braun had to make. Sarah Devich with the clear takedown in the box. And Kelly Petty with the excellent penal to make this a 3-0 match. We have surpassed the 80-minute mark. Dominican with the ball. On the left side of your computer screen, it's knocked out of bounds by Brittany Carpenter. I suppose we shouldn't make the assumption that you are watching or listening to today's match necessarily on a traditional computer. You could be on your mobile device, on an iPad. However it is that you are joining us today, we thank you for coming along with us on the Alverno Sports Network as we bring you Alverno Soccer. Out of bounds, off of Gina Mazzetta. She throws her head back a bit in frustration as Ashley Saget makes the throw in for Alverno. Manaria Rani. She tries to play it forward. Is Weisner going to be able to run it down? Yes, she will, near the edge of the 18. Trying to play it into the middle to Haley Serketich. Back to Weisner. She puts it towards the net, but it will go up, above, and beyond the goal line. And it'll be a goal kick for the Stars. Weisner trying to make something happen. But in the end, quality opportunities have been few and far between today for the Alverno Inferno. Whereas Dominican just took control of the match in the first half, and they have refused to let go since. The goal kick is played out of bounds without anyone getting a foot on it. Throw in for the Inferno. Ogos plays it in the direction of Serketich. Serketich scrapping for the ball with her defender. It's knocked out of bounds by Alverno. They say that Serketich was the last one to touch it. Benari Arani went over to take the throw in. Up will get a foul call is what we'll get. As Dominican will take a free kick. Ogos trying to win the long ball. It's played forward, looking to chase it down Leah Tedness, but she will not get there. Brittany Carpenter knocked around by Tedness. Carpenter will throw it in. She will throw it in with aggression as Carpenter, with the booking earlier, has been knocked around at times today. Samantha Devich looks to play the ball forward, but she mishits it, and it's possessed by Dominican. Leah Tedness, no space to turn. Instead, she sends it away to Kelly Petty, who looks to the right side. Gina Mazzetta is there. It's played away for the moment by Alverno, but Mazzetta is able to chase the ball down. Good defense by Ashley Saget. Saget knocks the ball out of bounds. We have a clock stoppage. And now Kevin Braun is running over to consult with his linesman. He wants to know what occurred, I believe, back on the Alverno attacking half as one of the Dominican players went to the ground. He thinks that there might have been some action off the ball, and indeed we will get a booking. A yellow card has been shown to Samantha Devich. Something may have been said over on the Dominican bench in terms of a complaint about the physical play by Samantha Devich. And in the end, Kevin Braun goes to consult with his linesman and then comes back with a card for Samantha Devich. Throw in for Dominican. A lot of contact again near the goal line. We'll get a whistle and a foul called as they will assess that one against Dominican and Sarah Snow. This one's gotten a bit chippy here in the second half. Not going to lie, and 2 bookings have been given to Alverno. But the physicality has been on both sides. Certainly some aggressive tackles on the part of Dominican. Good to see these 2 teams that only have 4 wins between the 2 of them in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference still fighting hard at the end of the season. Neither of these teams will be playing for anything meaningful when the season gets done. But at the same time, they still want this victory. And both teams are refusing to show any give up here at the end of the year. Benari Arani plays that ball forward. It'll just be sent out of bounds, a throw-in for Alverno. That's Weisner on the far side. Her throw-in is controlled by Dominican. It's played forward. Again, a Dominican player goes to the ground. That's Mazzetta. Dominican trying to go on the run. Tedness. Dominican reversing the ball. Over to the left side of your screen. Valencia. Forward, sliding tackle on Tedness. A dangerous tackle there by Brittany Carpenter, who again has to be careful with the booking already. She has continued to play in a very physical way here in the second half, even after getting the booking. Near the top of the 18, Kelly Petty. Back to Tedness, who has 2 goals in the match. She tries to play it into the middle, but it's sent away by Saget. And Dominican will try and regroup. Just over 5 minutes left in the match. Dominican up 3-0. Tedness with goals in the 3rd and 19th minutes. Kelly Petty scores on a penalty kick in the 58th. Out of bounds, throw in for Alverno. More than likely, Dominican will get its 3rd Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference win today on the road against the Inferno. But Alverno would love to avoid its 9th shutout of the season and at least get on the board once before the end of the afternoon. Throw in for Dominican. It comes to the foot of Natalie Mathis. Mathis able to get past 2 defenders. The ball just being played around a diamond pattern for Dominican. Now Alverno able to possess. Devich. She tries to send it forward. It's deflected. Picked up for the moment by Dominican. Now Devich tries to chase it down again. Played out wide to the right. Controlled by Saget. She plays it forward. The only foot there is a Dominican one. The first touch comes to Benari Arani, though. Played forward by Saget. The ball just bouncing around the midfield at the moment, although Vanessa Gonzalez will come up to pick that one up. And now she will punt it away. Time, the worst enemy of the Inferno. The punt is controlled by Minari Arani. Off the first touch, she has to slow it down. She sends it out wide to the right side, and Weisner. Weisner near the edge of the 18. Working on defender Pinedo. It goes out of bounds, and Weisner was the last one to touch it. A goal kick for the Stars. 3-0 Dominican with the lead. Ellen Brown in her final season as head coach of the Dominican Stars. Heading off to take a job with a recruiting agency in Chicago. She announced her resignation earlier this week. You can read more about that on the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference website, naccsports.org. That's also where you can find all of the best stats and information about everything going on in conference play. While you're online, while you have your browser open, pick out another tab too and head to alvernoinferno.com and read some of the stories about the events going on here at Alverno as well. Minari Arani to take the free kick. It's into the box, headed up into the air by a Dominican defender, trying to get a foot on it, Alverno, but it's cleared away. And Dominican is able to avoid the charge. Another Dominican player goes to the ground, swing and a miss for Sarah Devich. And now that ball is just played into the attacking half. Robinson comes out too far. She falls down. There with the ball is Mazzetta. Mazzetta with the easy goal. Robinson has been aggressive coming out of net today. She almost got burned once in the first half. That time, she definitely got burned here in the second. And it's a goal for Gina Mazzetta, her first goal of the season. And it's 4-0 Dominican. The Stars are going to capture this match today here at Alverno College. Robinson with a bit of a frustrated look on her face as Mazzetta gets that goal in the 88th minute. And this one has basically been all Stars. Another hard tackle on the side. Now we will get a stoppage of play. Are we going to get another booking? Indeed we will. As Kevin Braun shows the yellow card to Nava Minari Arani. A booking in the 89th minute. Correction for Mazzetta. No, indeed, that is her first goal of the season. For whatever reason, it is recorded as goal number 12 in the official stats. But looking at the statistics from the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference website, it reads as her first goal. We'll discuss that with Josh Larson after the match. Mazzetta playing out of the back. It's not a surprise that she does not have much in terms of offensive statistics for the year. "12 goals would put Mazzetta among the leaders in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. But this one is just about done, and it is largely immaterial, that fourth goal. Leah Tedness was the one who basically secured this match for Dominican back in the first half with her goals in both the 3rd and the 19th minutes. Just over 30 seconds left in the match. The wind picks up yet again. Dominican with the ball in the attacking half. Alverno hoping to avoid a 5th goal here. This has just not been the Inferno's day. 3 bookings for the Inferno. 4 goals allowed. The back line of the Dominican Stars really keeping Alverno from having any quality attacking opportunities. And Dominican able to find the back of the net 4 times. The countdown is on, and now it is done. The Alverno Inferno fall at the hands of the Dominican Stars today by the final score of 4-0 here at Alverno Field on the campus of Alverno College. Well, tough luck today for the Inferno, but they are not yet done here in 2013. They have 2 road matches coming up during the week on Monday and Wednesday. Then they will take on Finlandia in a non-conference tilt senior day on Friday, November 1st, with a start time of 3:30 p.m. Looking forward to bringing you that match here on the Alverno Sports Network. We will have video, we will not have audio. Speaking of audio, though, we will have Brittany Nikolic coming up to the box to discuss today's match and also those upcoming matches in just a few minutes. Let's take a break. We will come back with final stats and Coach Nikolic after this. This is Alverno Soccer on the Alverno Sports Network. Welcome back on the Alverno Sports Network. It is a final here at Alverno today. The Dominican Stars capture a 4-0 victory over the Alverno Inferno. 4 goals today for the Stars. The first came off the foot of Leah Tedness. It came in the 3rd minute of the match as Tedness connected from 15 yards out on the left side. Tedness also had the second goal of the match, her 6th and 7th goals of the season. That one came in the 19th minute as Tedness took the ball from Kelly Petty, who made a great run on the left side, and then beat Samantha Robinson 1-on-1 to make it 2-0 Dominican. We did not see another goal until the second half. That was when Kelly Petty was taken down in the box by Sarah Devich. Referee Kevin Braun indicated a penalty kick should be awarded, and Petty was able to go top shelf on Robinson to make it 3-0 Dominican as she connected on the penalty kick for the score. And then the final goal of the match was scored by Gina Mazzetta. It has now been corrected. It was her first goal of the season on a breakaway. She was able to get past Samantha Robinson and dribble it right up to the near side post, where she was able to put it in. 4-0, your final score today as the Dominican Stars captured a victory over the Alverno Inferno. 14 shots for the Stars today, 6 of them taken by Tedness, who had her second multi-goal match of the season, 4 of them taken by Kelly Petty, 1 shot apiece for Courtney Smallars, Gina Mazzetta, Rebecca Fries, Sarah Snow, and that's it for Dominican. We did mention the 2 goals for Tedness, 1 for Mazzetta and 1 for Kelly Petty. Over on the other side for Alverno, you had 2 shots taken today by Brittany Carpenter and 1 apiece for Haley Sirkitich, Samantha Devich, 2 for Nava Manari-Arani, and 1 for Sydney Weisner. We are joined now by Brittany Nikolic, the head coach of the Alverno Inferno. Brittany, tough one today. You know, in the first half, you give up those 2 quick goals, and their back line was just really solid. I know you weren't exactly happy with some of the calls made today. It seemed like there was some frustration on the part of your girls, but at the end of the day, when you give up 2 goals that early, it's just tough to dig out. You were able to do it against Superior, but today it just didn't work out for you.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's what we just talked about at the end of the game. We came out a little bit flat. Just for some reason, things weren't really clicking. We didn't seem on the same page with one another, and so to go down early really didn't help us, and we weren't able to rebound quickly enough. I think at times we played well and had some good possession, but it wasn't enough, and we can't make mistakes against a solid team like Dominican.
One of the things that's tough is when you start to sense that things are starting to slip away and the play gets a little bit more physical and chippy, especially in the second half, because the turn really did happen after halftime. How do you kind of reel things in? It's not like basketball where you can take a timeout. How do you try and get the team's mindset back to where it needs to be?
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the tough things, is that you got to make these adjustments while the game's going on. So, we could do that a little bit through some substitutions, which, we tried changing things up towards the end of the first half to just give us a different type of look up top. But more than anything, it's, at halftime being able to regroup and try and talk through, what went wrong, where we can find some more success, and what we need to do moving forward. And I think we were on board with what we wanted to do, and it just didn't happen for us today.
Samantha Robinson, when you look at a day where she gives up 4 goals, you don't usually think of that as a good day, but there are some times where she makes aggressive moves, comes out, and is able to disrupt attacks for Dominican. She seems to have the right awareness for when she needs to come out. She did get beat a couple times when she came out, but at other times I think she really is able to make some stops for you.
Yeah, she's a smart goalkeeper. She reads the game very well. She knows the game well, and so her coming out and getting some of those through balls is what we needed her to do. And I think she kind of got frozen a little bit on their second goal. Started to come out, then stopped, and then got stuck in no man's land. So we talked about that at halftime, and I think she did a better job of it and really did all she could for us in the second half. I really felt like that 4th goal, unfortunately, was offside and not a fair reflection of what was going on.
3 matches left before the end of the season. Still an opportunity to set the school record for wins in a year. Monday, you're at Mount Mary. Wednesday, you're at Benedictine. And then Finlandia on Friday. 3 matches in 5 days. A pretty grueling stretch, especially considering that you only get 1 day off after this match. What are you expecting out of these final 3 matches of the season? And since this is going to be our last time on the air with commentary, talk a little bit about the seniors with Senior Day coming up and the farewell that you'll have.
Yeah, definitely. That's really what this week is going to be all about, is seeing off our 4 seniors. Ashley Hewing, Ashley Saget, Nava Maniri-Rani, and Sam Robinson have all been a part of this team for 4 years and contributed so much to the growth of our program that we want to give them a really good send-off. And I think we can. I'm excited for the 3 games we have left. Last year when we went to Mount Mary, they really gave us a game, and I think the girls want to make sure that they come out and dominate right from the beginning. So Monday should be a fun one, and then our final conference game at Benedictine. We don't get to play a lot of night games, so that might be a good experience to get under the lights, go down there, and try and get another conference win. And then obviously Friday will be our Senior Day, and Finlandia is coming in, and we're going to do all we can to give our seniors a great game and really, we can do a lot still in these last 3 games in terms of making history for our program.
As soon as you get out of the windy weather and back into the warmth of someplace inside, this one's behind you and you move on to the next one on Monday. Tough loss today, 4-0, but thanks for joining us, Brittany, and certainly good luck to you on Monday.
Thank you, Dan.
Brittany Nikolic, the head coach of the Alverno Inferno here on the Alverno Sports Network, talking with us after the 4-0 loss for the Inferno to the Dominican Stars today. Just finishing up with the final stats. On the day, Dominican had 14 shots. Alverno had just 7. 2 saves for Dominican keeper Vanessa Gonzalez, who gets her 2nd shutout of the year. 5 for Samantha Robinson in goal for Alverno. 17 fouls called on Alverno, 15 on Dominican. 3 cautions in the match, all of them given to the Alverno Inferno. Brittany Carpenter booked in the 52nd minute. Samantha Devich booked in the 83rd minute. And Nava Manari-Arani booked in the 89th minute. Back to the numbers. 5 corners for Dominican on the day, just 2 for Alverno. Alverno was whistled in an offside position 3 times today, Dominican twice. That'll just about wrap things up for the broadcast today. I want to thank you for joining us here on the Alverno Sports Network. Again, be sure to check out alvernoinferno.com for coverage of those 2 road games at Mount Mary at 3:30 on Monday, at Benedictine at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, and then we will have video, no audio, but video, of the finale against Finlandia on Friday, November 1st at 3:30 p.m. My thanks to Brittany Nikolic for joining us in the postgame. My thanks to Sports Information Director, Man Without Space Heater, and guy who does the stats, Josh Larson, for giving me the opportunity. My name is Dan Pfeifer. I'm saying be a fan. Thanks for joining us, and join us again on Friday. Once again, your final score here today at Alverno Field on the campus of Alverno College. The Alverno Inferno fall to the Dominican Stars 4-0. So long, everybody. This has been Alverno Soccer on the Alverno Sports Network.